Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's live session, our mom talk. Um, I don't know why I have finished the first live session so soon. I don't know. Um, you know, it was around 12 to 30 minutes. It was supposed to be 15 minutes, but no matter if anyone has any questions, I can explain it to you in this live session. I hope all of the English Academy students will come to this week's live session because it is aligned with this week's homework, which is going to be describing your goal and describing what are you doing in order to show up for your goals. So today we're going to cover the topic of showing up for our goals on a regular basis and how on earth is it possible. First of all, we have published a podcast episode today. It is about the experiences and the lessons learned that I've been through in the last the last 12 months in MamaNest and the experiences that I've had in my entrepreneurial journey. And so I think it would be beneficial for all of you out there, especially the moms that are at the same time entrepreneur. So make sure to check that out. And so for today's topic, we're going to cover how are we able to show up for our goals on a regular basis. Defining our goals and goal setting is one thing, but showing up for our goals is whole another thing. So how is it possible, especially for a mom who is really prone to forget about her dreams and her goals because of the busyness of her life? Thank you for all of you coming to this week's live session. So the first step that I think we need to do is to define bite-sized doable actions. Bite-sized doable actions in alignment with our goals. For example, consider that your goal is to, take part in IELTS exam and you want to, for example, gain 7 band score in IELTS exam. So this is a goal, but this is not really actionable goal. You cannot understand what is it the actions, what are the actions that you should take in order to gain that goal. So what are the meaning of what is the meaning of doable bite-sized actions? It means that, for example, with this specific goal, we should define some of the steps that we can do on a regular basis. For example, I want to practice speaking 30 minutes daily in order to, for example, take part in IELTS exam in 1 month. I want to write 1 letter daily in order to improve my writing exam. So these are the bite-sized doable actions that are specifically for tailor-made for everyone's life. So for my life, for example, if I want to do something in order to improve my health level, it is not actionable, it is not practical to set this actionable goal of, for example, going to the gym every day, because I do not have time for that. I cannot really find suitable time for that. But for example, I can tell to myself that you can, for example, walk to work every day in order to improve this, your overall health status. So for everyone's life, the doable actions are different. So in order to understand that, you should just think for yourself, think just by yourself, and define what are the actionable goals, what are the actionable things that you should do in order to achieve that goal. For every one of your specific goals that you have, for example, for the next 3 months, you should do such a thing and practically define some of the steps for yourself. And in this way, you would experience the instant gratification. And what is instant gratification? This is very vital in order to experience and to be and stay motivated in the path of achieving your goals. Whenever you're achieving your goals, you need to stay motivated, and for that you need to experience gratification. And whenever you're defining anything like teeny tiny bite-sized actions, whenever you check that out in your, for example, to-do list, you would feel instant gratification. and this will keep you motivated throughout the path. Of course, we need the long-term joy. We need to experience the long-term joy whenever we achieve our goals, but the instant gratification is the key, the missing part of our path towards achieving our goals. So then the second step that I think is really vital is to not think of the big goal, but to define some checkpoints whenever we are thinking about our goals. For example, whenever I'm talking about thank you so much. Whenever I'm thinking about deriving a big goal, for example, I don't know, gaining 8 band score in IELTS, or for example, losing 10 kilograms. This is a big goal. So if I think of it like this, I might feel scared, and I might really lose sight of the fact that I need action in order to achieve that goal. So instead of that, I would define some checkpoints for myself. For example, if I want to take part in IELTS exam in 3 months, I would define 8 checkpoints in 2 weeks, in every 2 weeks for myself. For example, after 2 weeks, I want to gain this, for example, level of English proficiency. And just check myself and just think of the following checkpoint, not the big goal. So if your, for example, big goal is losing 10 kilograms, your goal is teeny tiny. So if your goal is to lose 10 kilograms, just think of it as losing 2 kilograms in the next 2 weeks, and that would be more feasible, that would be more straightforward to think about and to go through that goal. So think of the checkpoints for your goal and define them for yourself, and then go through them. Sorry, Asma, do you have any question? I don't understand. What do you say? So the third point would be committing to take action no matter what is the result. For example, if you have defined for yourself that in the next 2 months you want to, in the next 2 weeks, you want to for example, write a piece of letter every day in order to improve your writing level. For example, practice 30 minutes of speaking in order to improve your speaking level. Just think of doing those actions on a daily basis, but do not think of, for example, I don't know, checking the result every single day in order to understand whether you achieved your goal or not. For example, if as Hasti says, if you have an exam, so you need to, for example, define some of the actionable steps for yourself, and every day be committed to doing them, and at the end of the day you would pass the exam because of committing to those actions, not because of thinking of the big day. So commit to doing them no matter what the end result is. And you might fail, it doesn't matter, but there are a lot of growth for you in this path of being committed to your goals and dreams. The fourth point that I think the fourth point that I think I need to really emphasize for all of us is to be patient in this path. Being patient is really hard. I can understand and I can relate to that. It is so hard to be patient, especially as a mom with this unpredictability in our life, with this much business in our life. It is so very hard and difficult for us. But if we just think of it like a path, we can be more patient in this way. If we think of it just to the checkpoints, just to the next teeny tiny goal that we have assigned for ourselves, it would be much easier and better for ourselves. And the fifth point that I want to mention is that I think it is the most important one, is to be part of a like-minded community in order to stay motivated. Practice and practice and practice. Yeah, you're right, Hasti. we really need to be committed, and in order to be committed, we need to just try and to be patient at the same time. So being part of a like-minded community is one of the other important points that I need to mention, because I can relate to that very much, and I can understand that very much. I'm a kind of that person that really think of the big goal always, and I'm easily disappointed because of not, for example, achieving anything throughout the path. But being part of a community who all of them are like-minded with you, have the same goals and dreams with you, like you, and being part of that community can help us to stay motivated in the path. And it is a gentle reminder every single day whenever you go to that community, whether it is a Facebook group, it is a WhatsApp group, or any kind of physical group, that you go and take part in those groups. It is so important. And the concept of accountability partner is something that is 100% proved these days in order to gain any kind of difficult goal that you have in your mind. Accountability partner means someone who lifts your spirit up, who makes you feel motivated in this path. And for example, in English Academy, MamaNest English Academy, we have a WhatsApp group that people are joined there, and then they can talk with each other, they can share their challenges, share their concerns with each other, and ask for help, ask for solutions, ask for anything. And all of the people are really present for each other because they have the same exact goal of improving their English level and helping with each other, helping each other. And when we are part of a community of like-minded people, community of people who really care about growing each other, we feel really great, because every day when we show up to that group or the community, we feel satisfied, we feel that we are 100% gratified. So the long-term joy happens whenever we define for ourselves the teeny tiny actions and then show up to them and experience instant gratification on a daily basis. And so this is a path. Being patient is really important, and I hope that these steps that I want to wrap it up now for you would be a gentle reminder for any one of you that is feeling not motivated to show up for her dreams and goals on a daily basis. So we have told you about first of all defining bite-sized doable actions instead of thinking about the big dream. Secondly, we have told you about not thinking about the big goal, but about the checkpoints that we have defined for ourselves toward our goal. And in the third place, we have talked about committing to doing the bite-sized actions that we are supposed to do, and not thinking about the end result, but just thinking about the process and a daily doable actions. In the fourth place, we talked about being patient, because this is a kind of long-term path. We cannot achieve any goal overnight, so being patient is so important. And the last point was to be a part of a community of like-minded people in order to stay motivated in this path. I hope that MamaNest could be any kind of supportive community that you need as a mom in order to achieve any one of your goals that you have in your mind. And we are 100% present for you in order to help you in any ways to achieve your goals and to be committed towards your goals. I hope that you took any benefit from this week's live session, and if you have any questions in this topic, I'm here to answer you. Otherwise, I wish you a very good day ahead with your family members in the weekend. Do you have any questions? Thank you, Hesti. You're so sweet. I hope the best for you and your family and your sweet little sister, Jana. So, thank you and have a good day. Goodbye.